13 years old, I ran away from home and I became homeless. And about a month into my homelessness, I had developed a routine, which is not so unusual for children in my circumstances. I was living on a park bench, which I found by no accident adjacent to a public park. And the reason that I picked this particular spot was because there was a bathroom there, a public restroom. So I could go in there during the day, during park hours, which were from dusk to dark, from dawn to dusk rather, and I could wash up in the sink, at least my hands and face. I could get a drink of water and obviously use the facilities. If it was raining during the day, I could duck in there. So at least there were portions of time I had a little bit of shelter. For food, I would hang out at a local convenience store. I was living in Miami at the time, and it was called 7-Eleven. And I would go there almost every day, and I would sit outside towards the end of the store so I wasn't obstructing people going in and out. And I wouldn't beg, I wouldn't ask for money for food or anything like that. I was actually too embarrassed to do that. So I would sit and I would hope. And some days, on good days, I would get maybe a pint of milk or a bottle of water, something like that. Somebody would stop and give me that. On better days, somebody would actually give me some food. On what I like to call the really, really good days, the manager of the store would invite me to come in. It would be usually around closing hours, have me maybe sweep the floor or stock the shelf, which clearly didn't need to be done, and he would give me even more food. And sometimes enough where I didn't even have to come back the next day. And this went on, as I said, for about a month. Now, during this time, I only had the clothes on my back. Contrary to popular belief, runaways don't plan. We leave because of a traumatic event. So I didn't have money in my pocket from the very first day out. I would say because of times where I would go 3, sometimes 4 days without food, I was probably around 85 or 90 pounds. I was skeletal, my clothes were falling off of me, and of course I was dirty. On one particular day, the manager approached me and said, "Hey, will you come on in?" And I thought, oh good, great day. Unfortunately, he said to me that the owner had seen me and that I couldn't be there anymore because I was an eyesore and a nuisance to the customers. So I went back to my park bench. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a thought of making a plan. I just resigned myself to the park bench at that point. A couple of days went by and I hadn't eaten, and at this point I'm starting to get hungry. The funny thing is, the longer you go without food, the less times you're hungry. When a woman happened by, she looked to be middle-aged, but because I suspect she lived a very hard life, she was probably much younger than that. She was kind of rotund, caramely skin, and a really kind voice. She actually reminded me of a Bahamian au pair that had been living in our house. So right off the bat, aside from the fact that she was kind enough to approach me, I had a feeling of connection to her. And she looked down at me and she said, "Are you hungry?" And I looked up at her and I just nodded my head yes. She said, "Okay, come on then, follow me." I followed her a block or so away from my favorite place, and she brought me onto a porch that was outside of the flat she was living in. They were these standalone little buildings that were basically one-room flats, and I imagine that back in the day when they were nice, they were probably called bungalows and they deserved the title. Now they were just falling apart and probably were slated to be demolished. They were in that bad a condition. I followed her inside of her flat, and as I looked around at this place that was falling apart, the first thing I noticed, for whatever reason, was that it was immaculate. It was spotless. I saw that off into the corner on one side of the room there was a hot plate and a counter. There was a bed that wasn't quite that was a little bit bigger than a twin, but not quite a double. A little table that was falling apart with a couple of cheap chairs. And as I followed her in, she asked me if I wanted to take a shower. Like, trick question, right? Do I want to take a shower? And she said the water doesn't get real hot, but it should be warm and open there, which I used to wash my hair. And I stayed in there until the water actually went cold. I hadn't been in a shower since I ran away from home. And as I was coming out to grab the towel, I noticed it wasn't quite a towel. It was kind of like, you know, when your socks start to wear away at the heel. That's pretty much what there was for me to dry myself off on. So I dried myself off and I put back on my dirty clothes, and I came out, and the scent of food, best thing ever. It happened to be that she was heating up a can of Chef Boyardee ravioli, which as a kid was my favorite snack. Now it was how I was going to survive that day. So I sat down and I started wolfing it down, and I was just so happy to be clean. And she said to me, slow down, it's okay, nobody's going to take it away from you. You have time to eat. She was talking to me the whole time. I couldn't tell you a word she said because I was just in my own space and happy to be indoors in a place that even just had a bed and was safe, right? She said to me, you can stay here tonight. The bed is really small. She said, so we'll have to cuddle real close, but you're welcome to stay. So here I climbed into bed, and she climbed in behind me and put her arms around me. And it was the first time I had felt safe in a really long time, not just on the streets, but even from the home that I ran from. I got up in the morning after a really good night's sleep, knowing that I was leaving. And she said to me, you can come back later, but I have to work. She said, so there's a park bench, and she pointed out where it was, and I could actually see her porch and her front door from it. She said, you just stay there, and when you can come back, I will turn the porch light out. So I went and I laid on the park bench, and I looked through the slats, and I did not take my eyes off of her front door, her porch, the entire time I lay there. I think I was afraid that she would just leave and I wouldn't get to go back in. And as I sat there on watch for the whole day, I noticed that there were men coming in and out, going in and out of her flat all day long. I had no idea what that meant. I didn't care what it meant. All I cared about was when that light went out. And when it went out, I went back to her flat and pretty much repeated the same routine. I'm not really sure why, but I never spoke to her during this entire time. I maybe was afraid that she would dislike me in some way and not welcome me in. The next morning, she said to me, she goes, do you know what I do? And so I nodded my head no. And she said, well, I'm a prostitute. And she could tell, I think, by the look on my face that that wasn't meaningful to me. She said, I'm a hooker. I sell my body for sex. And she said, I sell my body for sex because I do drugs. And she said, and maybe I do drugs because I sell my body for sex. I don't actually remember anymore. She goes, I just don't know. But I do know one thing. I know that this is no place for a little white girl like you. And that's literally what she said. And I looked at her and she said, I need you to promise me that you're going to go home. And so for a moment I had a panic. I thought, did I talk to her? Did I tell her my name? Is she going to send me back? Does she know where I live? And as I stood there, I realized, no, I was quiet. I was quiet the whole time. So I nodded my head that I would go back home. And she said, no, I need to hear you say you promise. And so I looked at her and I said to her, I promise. And in my head I thought, I promise I am never going to sell my body and I'm never going to do drugs. And as I left her place, I realized I couldn't go back to my old park bench. not because I was afraid of her finding me there and breaking her promise, but because I didn't want to disappoint her by breaking her promise. So I headed down to South Beach, which is nothing like what it is now. Back then, the buildings were falling apart. Some of them were under renovation. A lot of them were being demolished because they were in such bad condition. And that's when I transitioned from living on a park bench to living in abandoned buildings. What I used to do is I would sleep near some sort of entryway, whether it was a fire escape or another window, somewhere I could make a quick exit if I needed to. And I got in the habit of sleeping with my back up against the wall on the concrete floor, and that was just the next part of my existence. I spent the first year and a half, so from 13 to about 14 and a half, living on the streets in one way or another. I somehow managed to luck into finding a job once I hooked up with another runaway who taught me how to steal clothes, and who taught me how to steal food, and we upgraded to a sauna in an apartment complex, so we had a shower and all the things that you could need as far as that goes. So somehow, as I cleaned myself up, I managed to fall into a job as a cocktail waitress at 15. And at 15, I looked 12, so they didn't really pay me. What they did was I worked for tips. And from that point on, I wasn't homeless anymore. I learned how to make my way in the world. And I lived that way until I was probably, I lived and worked until I was probably about 17 when I got pregnant with my first child and ended up being sent back home because that's what social services does. The thing that I really want you all to bring with you today is that when you see me, the last thing you would think is that I ever lived on the streets, that I was ever homeless. And the fact of the matter is that every homeless person, on top of having a story, was somebody's little boy or little girl at one point in time that deserved safety and love and shelter. And that's something that no matter what age you are, we all deserve to have. And when you volunteer for something like this and you support an organization like this and you connect to a homeless person, what that woman did for me in 48 hours or so changed the course of my life. I don't know that I wouldn't have fallen victim to a pimp or a sex trafficking organization. I have no idea. If I were to place a bet, I would have, because I was raised to be a victim, which is what happens with runaways. 46% of runaways report being physically abused. 38% of them report being emotionally abused. 17% of them report being sexually abused, either by a family or a household member. I happen to be a victim of all three. So I was raised to be sold. I was raised to be victimized. There's between 1.6 million to 2.8 million children in North America that run away from home yearly. Out of those, 1 in 6, some years 1 in 5, become victims of sex trafficking. So if you think the moment that you take to show kindness, to raise money, doesn't make a difference, I'm living proof that it does. And outside of what you're doing here today, the one other thing that I want you to take with you is that when you see a homeless person on the street, if you don't have money in your pocket, if you can't go and get them something to eat, you can always show them a moment of kindness, because that's what we're lacking. We go weeks without speaking to anybody because we're invisible and nobody speaks to us. That moment of connection might make the difference between that person deciding that they're going to go on one more day, because